Jesus said, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, teaching them to obey everything that I have commanded you, and remember, I am with you always to the end of the age." This is called the Great Commission. It has been thought of as marching orders to Christians since the time of Christ. It is a command, really, for us to be about the business of making disciples. That is, first off, sharing who we are and demonstrating a love for Christ in such a way that it is inviting to others to try to find out what it is that we have that they don't, or how it is that we are able to stay strong through difficult times, or to remain encouraging with people who are difficult. I know that this is difficult. I know that particularly in COVID times, it's been very hard for us to do very much of this evangelism, this reaching out, this invitational thing. Now, I know that for the longest time, it was thought that the best way was to get somebody to go to church. I noticed that that's not in the text in here. It doesn't say bring them to church. It does seem like particularly younger generations are finding their faith in different ways, which does not mean that they shouldn't come to church. It's just that really, for a very long time, it's been true that people were much more likely to accept a personal relationship with Christ if it was coming to them from someone they trusted, either a friend or a family member. And while the church can be helpful in making that disciple grow and flourish and then get into mission and then begin to share the gospel themselves, that initial contact, it really has to come from an individual who is trusted. At least in most cases. There are, of course, exceptions to this. Fear creeps into that. When we know that it is us who are called to make these invitations, we immediately think of ourselves as inadequate, or we don't know enough. What about this problem in my life? All those kinds of things, they come to us. But I don't think that those fears should overwhelm our desire to share this message. We know how much Christ has done for us. We know how much it has changed us and how much we rely upon it for support. And so as long as we have that energy, that enthusiasm, it's going to overwhelm those difficulties that we have in our lives and in terms of being able to share that message. And people aren't looking for someone who has all the answers. In fact, most people are looking for someone who will walk along beside them as you seek answers together.